They bring color and class to the catwalk, introducing new styles and trends. Trend-setting Gwen Stefani, sexy Jennifer Lopez, the adorable Kylie Minogue, the original country boy Justin Timberlake, and Lauren Conrad, reality star to gifted fashion designer. She may have won a handful of awards and sold millions of albums, but pop rock diva Gwen Stefani has also won over many fans with her own creative fashion styles. Having fronted the ska band No Doubt, as well as launching her own solo music career, Stefani, with her funky designed clothing, became not just a successful musician, but also a fashion trendsetter. Most outfits she wore on stage with No Doubt were created by Stefani herself, and with a long line of seamstresses in the family, was able to gain experience and make some very eclectic creations.
I'm really late in the fashion game here. I mean, I've made clothes my whole life. I've been at TJNY, at Joann Fabrics, and outlet stores finding crap fabric and trying to make costumes and all that stuff. But on this level, it's a whole other game.
Stefani, who has long designed her own clothing, was introduced to haute couture by stylist Andrea Lieberman, which resulted in her launching her own fashion line in 2003 called Lamb, an acronym for her first solo album called Love Angel Music Baby. By 2005, she had expanded that to include the less expensive Harajuku Lovers line, which draws inspiration from Japanese culture and fashion. Her Lamb fashion line, which is influenced by many different cultures, manufactures apparel and fashion accessories. And in 2003, she launched a collection of lace sport sack handbags under her fashion brand, which showed her fashion sense was going to be just as successful as her singing career. In 2005, the blonde bombshell helped wrap up New York's Fashion Week with the runway debut of her Lamb fashion line, adding a dash of drama and showing another successful attempt by a pop star to cross over into the world of haute couture. Stefani had models emerging from tricked-out cars next to the runway that bounced at various times during the show. The clothes ranged from gangster-style motorcycle jackets to sexy ruffled halter dresses and seemed to hit the right note with the fashion crowd. Being a newcomer to the world of haute couture, Stefani blew the fashion world away. The release of her first solo album also brought attention to her entourage of backup dancers known as the Harajuku Girls. The Harajuku Girls appear in outfits influenced by the Gothic Lolita style, believed to be an offshoot of the Gothic look of many of the punk bands of the late 1990s, with the addition of the sweet and cutesy elements. Having appeared in many of Stefani's video clips and songs, the Harajuku Girls and their style have now become iconic and globally renowned. In a partnership with Coty Incorporated, Stefani launched her fragrance called Elle in 2007. From the packaging to the bottle design to the distinctive scent, Coty Incorporated collaborated with Stefani to ensure that her signature fragrance captured her spirit and style. Showing she still knows how to dress to impress, the rocker unveiled her Spring 2008 collection at New York Fashion Week. Having suits with long skirts, simple sweaters and flirtatious fits, her designs were heavy on patterns but skimpy on color. Blacks and navies were paired with whites and cream to make subdued but eye-catching prints.
Lamb is like my passion and something I want to do for the rest of my life, and designing is something that I really, really enjoy. It's like the easy part of, my creativity. Like songwriting to me is like the more emotional, draining part, and designing is like, oh, I have an idea, and it's very greedy. It's like, I get to wear that,
Gwen Stefani, with her own sense of style that has evolved throughout her music and fashion career, as well as her trend-setting ways in the fashion world, has kept not only herself, but her loyal followers as some of the best-dressed people around. Jennifer Lopez has become one of the most influential Hispanic entertainers, but her fame has also come from her newly found success as a fashion designer. As a Golden Globe-nominated actress and Grammy Award-nominated singer, Lopez, often referred to as J-Lo, in the early 2000s launched her own fashion label with the idea of dressing women in her favorite styles to make them look unashamedly sexy. For J-Lo, designing clothes was a childhood dream come true and stems from her efforts as a girl growing up in the Bronx who cut up cheap and old clothes to make them fit better. Her brand includes everything from clothing for young to older women, swimwear, fragrances, jewelry and lingerie, just to name a few. Other clothing lines that have been introduced by the star are Sweet Face, which is the high-end version of the J-Lo clothing line, and Just Sweet. In 2005, the actress and pop diva made her debut as a fashion designer at the most sought-after show of New York's Fashion Week. The invitation to Lopez's Sweet Face show was the hardest to nab and drew the largest crowd of celebrities, paparazzi and press, and was a glamorous end to the Fashion Week. There was a lot of street vibe, funk and dramatic flair. The clothes were sexy, urbane and, of course, very pop. The collection featured flowing dresses, long straight pants, diamond jeans, lots of bounce and plenty of fur.
Our fall collection is the Sweet Face collection is very 50s and 60s kind of inspired, but we always throw in our street edge, because that's what J-Lo, the line J-Lo has always been. It has that kind of sexy feminine thing, but also that kind of street sophistication as well.
J-Lo's second time showing during Fashion Week was a more intimate affair after the huge production she put on for her first runway show. A handful of models walked the metallic runway wearing free-flowing dresses, pageboy hats, platform shoes and layered coats. And like many designers, Lopez looked to the past for inspiration. Following the trend of many celebrities, Lopez has launched her own line of fragrances. Her first in 2002, Glow by Jennifer Lopez, was a major success and became the #1 selling perfume in more than 9 countries. After the success of that fragrance, she followed on with Still Jennifer Lopez. With this perfume, she aimed to woo older audiences, which, unlike the previous one, was aimed at women over 25.
Me creating this fragrance is definitely putting kind of a stamp of this is what I think is glamorous and sexy, and that's the kind of life that I think everybody wants to aspire to.
Working in partnership with the Lancaster Group, Lopez admitted to having a very hands-on approach and hoped that Still's sophisticated and glamorous smell would be inspirational to women. The ad slogan, "In the eye of the storm, I am still Jennifer Lopez," referred to the name of her fragrance and, according to Lopez, means that no matter what happens, I am still myself. Her third fragrance, Live Jennifer Lopez, was released in 2005, and according to the diva, the red currant-based scent is meant to inspire women to express themselves, to be free, and to pick themselves up when they are down. This was also her first fragrance to be promoted with a television commercial.
Live Jennifer Lopez, the new fragrance.
But for men wanting a whiff of Lopez, she recently released Deseo for Men by Jennifer Lopez. Lopez, though, throughout the years, has also been an avid follower of other iconic designers, having appeared at numerous catwalk shows and showing off their gorgeous designs at award ceremonies and premieres. As actress, singer, dancer, pop culture icon, beauty entrepreneur, and now successful fashion designer, Jennifer Lopez has managed to turn her career into not only one of the most successful, but also one of the most fashionable, glamorous, and chic around. She may be known around the world as the pop princess, but Kylie Minogue has also become royalty in the world of fashion, whether wearing it or designing it. Minogue's rise to fame, which began back in the 1980s, has seen her celebrated as a singer, songwriter and actress, but in recent years she has gained a reputation and credibility for her association with the fashion world. Famed for appearing on stage wearing little more than her underwear, Minogue in 2001 launched her own underwear line called Love Kylie. First launching it in Australia, she then expanded the line and in 2003 launched the range at Selfridges on London's Oxford Street. Minogue described her lingerie as sexy but still girl next door and featured names such as Diva, Vamp and Fever, the name of one of the singer's albums. In 2004, she launched another collection in a restaurant in central London. There were foxy fishnets and peekaboo suspenders on display, as well as new bras and knickers from the Love Kylie range. Minogue in recent years has also teamed up with Swedish clothing company Hennes & Mauritz, who operate as H&M. She worked together with the designers and put her name to a limited beachwear line called H&M Loves Kylie. Stepping out to promote the launch in Shanghai, Minogue performed a medley of her songs with a 300-strong choir and 28 dancers, wearing a sundress from her beachwear collection. Having blitzed the lingerie, clothing and fragrance markets, Minogue moved on to home furnishings with the launch of her At Home with Kylie range in 2008, which saw her following a passion that she's had since childhood.
When we had our design meetings, firstly I invited the team to my home, as it's called Kylie at Home. Come to my home and see what my living space is like. You might even notice things that I kind of take for granted. And I pulled out all these bits of fabric and trims and this and that I'd kept literally for 20 years, so it does go back that far.
Designed with her stylist William Baker, the range features bed linen, towels, curtains, cushions and throws in organza, silks and taffetas. And as you'd expect from the pop-tastic singer, the range is lathered in sequins, diamantes and semi-precious stones. During her career, she has also collaborated with and worn outfits from Italian designers Dolce & Gabbana. The design duo worked with Minogue on creating a few outfits for her Showgirl Homecoming tour. And having a love for extravagant outfits, she appeared at a Dolce & Gabbana fashion show wearing a tight leopard print dress and was inspired by designers' outfits on the catwalk. And when being honoured with the annual Music Industry Trust Award in 2007, she showed up wearing a sparkling outfit by Dolce & Gabbana and jokingly said, "When you can't choose a colour, go sparkle." Also, when receiving the Excellence in Entertainment Award at the annual G'day LA Australia Week Gala, Minogue wore a Grecian-inspired purple chiffon dress with a gold-braided belt from Australian fashion house Jeton. Renowned for her lavish costumes and designs, an exhibition of Minogue's most iconic went on display at the Victoria and Albert Museum in London. The exhibition tracks the pint-sized singer's rise to fame through fashion, dating right back to the overalls she wore in Australian soap Neighbours. The exhibition features around 200 items, including the Pic John Galliano corset and Dolce & Gabbana leopard print catsuit. Other highlights of the exhibition include a low-cut white hooded jumpsuit worn in the steamy Can't Get You Out of My Head video and the vintage gold lame hot pants that caused a stir. She may well be known for her music, but for lovers of fashion, it seems Kylie Minogue has hit all the right notes. She's not just a pop princess anymore, but has grown into a fashion icon. He may be the pop icon who brought sexy back, but for singer Justin Timberlake, fame now comes in many forms, and one is as a fashion designer for his own label William Rast. Throughout his career, he has gone from strength to strength and has had continuous success. From his childhood in the Mickey Mouse Club to joining the heartthrob boy band NSYNC in his early teens, to becoming a successful solo artist with critically hailed albums Justified and Future Sex Love Sounds topping the Billboard charts, Timberlake has just about done it all. He's an exceptional performer and dancer. He's received praise with his efforts as an actor, has opened restaurants and has the celebrity girlfriends. There's not much left for this talented entertainer to do, except to start his own fashion company with longtime friend Trace Ayala. William Rast is a Californian-based clothing company that was founded by Timberlake and Ayala in 2004. The title of the line, William Rast, is an homage to Timberlake and Ayala's families, with William, the first name of Timberlake's grandfather, and Rast, the last name of Ayala's. The two started the line with the goal of making denim that fits all shapes and sizes. The William Rast look is a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll, but that's what makes them stand out from the crowd. They have made sure they stuck to their Tennessee roots, but having Timberlake's celebrity status, have also added in a little bit of glitz and glamour to cater for everybody's tastes. But denim always features their signature embroidery. In 2006, 15 months after launching the label, Timberlake and Ayala debuted their clothing line at Los Angeles Fashion Week. And this was not only the talk of the town, but also the hottest ticket of the week. Many celebrities attended to support the new line, including celebrity stylist Rachel Zoe and Timberlake's girlfriend at the time, actress Cameron Diaz, who was helping to promote the label by wearing it. In 2008, Timberlake brought the audience to Tennessee during his William Rast show at New York Fashion Week.
I think everything's sort of inspired by, it's a lot of different stuff, but old Tennessee, new Tennessee, mostly Tennessee.
Giving the runway a country Tennessee feel, the look was made up of biker jackets, denim vests, soft leather, and army fatigue cotton with brass pyramid studs or fringe dresses with lean distressed jeans. Also featured were tailored leather jackets looking more refined, along with super short and super wide ties. The William Rast Spring Collection, designed with Swedish designer Johan Lindeberg and his Italian wife Marcella, was what Timberlake and childhood friend and business partner Ayala said they'd always been shooting for. Photos from Timberlake's and Ayala's travels and work inspired much of the collection. Again, their line drew a crowd of well-known names. Among those in the audience were Marlon Aukerman, Rachel Hunter and Emmanuel Shrieky of HBO's Entourage. Timberlake also presented a movie-style trailer where he plays an outlaw character named William Rast, alongside supermodel Erin Wasson as his girlfriend. The trailers range from about 15 seconds to over a minute.
It's all us. My name is William Rast, and this is my life. Hell, we were just being ourselves.
Even though the William Rast label has been worn by many celebrities and the world's elite, Timberlake certainly has a style of his own that can be seen at red carpet events or even out on the golf course, after the singer and fashion designer teamed up with Callaway Golf Company to introduce FTIQ. Having won Grammy and Emmy Awards for his talent as an entertainer, Justin Timberlake has also gained huge recognition for his clothing line, which he, along with Ayala, plan to turn into a lifestyle brand. He has now become an icon in the fashion world. From reality TV star to fashion designer extraordinaire, Lauren Conrad has proved that the real reality of hard work is paying off. Best known for featuring in the MTV reality television shows Laguna Beach, The Real Orange County, and its spin-off The Hills, Conrad, while in her first couple of seasons for Laguna Beach, graduated high school in 2004, then studied at the Academy of Art University for one semester. During the second season of the reality show, she attended the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising private college in California. Conrad then relocated to Los Angeles. Her move to LA was documented in the first season of The Hills, along with her work as an intern for Teen magazine. In 2008, and only at the age of 22, Conrad, who always had a love for fashion, held her first fashion show at Culver City's Smashbox Studios.
Interned in showrooms, interned for companies, I worked retail, I've done trade shows, I've worked for a magazine, I've kind of worked my way up, and yeah, I did get to do a line before I would have, but I think that anyone else given the same opportunity probably would have taken advantage of it, and I'm not going to try and defend myself for that.
Pieces on the catwalk were named after her friends, such as Joie ruched dress in Envy, or Monique's strapless fitted lace top with Bridget lace skirt, both in black. The colour palette was black, cream, violet and red. Her debut collection from the fall 2008 line was inspired by a trip the reality TV star took to Paris and featured 30 different looks, with flowing wraps and strapless dresses paired with accessories such as gloves and berets. Conrad was not alone for her first fashion show though, as designer Sherry Wood, better known for her line Tarte, served as creative director for the Lauren Conrad collection. Conrad's celebrity status might have brought clout to the show, but Wood clarified no corners were cut. Both designers worked just as hard as all the others, with Conrad focusing on creative design, while Woods handled the business side. Midway through LA Fashion Week, the actress and aspiring fashion designer presented her Spring 2009 collection at Smashbox Studios. The clothing featured primarily solid colours, cream, browns, blues and black, as well as a variety of polka dot patterns, and the lines were clean and simple and quite feminine. The fabrics ranged from form-fitting to flowing, with styles including baby doll dresses, bubble skirts and short shorts. And most models strutted the catwalk wearing a large silk flower attached to a headband that bobbed lightly as they made their way down the catwalk. For this collection, she was inspired by everything from images in magazines to vintage garments and prefers classic looks which will still look good in 6 months' time. Conrad describes her line as fun and flirty. Only new in the fashion industry, the reality star turned fashion designer is already receiving accolades for her work. While attending a HIV/AIDS gala in Los Angeles in 2008, Conrad was honored Celebrity Designer of the Year. She has also been known to appear at events and pose for photographers on the red carpet wearing her own designs, like her black dress from her fall 2008 holiday line. She may be a reality TV star who struggles with a lack of privacy, but Conrad now gets to attend all the cool parties and in some of the coolest outfits. Like the opening of Dolce & Gabbana's flagship boutique on trendy Robertson Boulevard in LA, where she walked the arrival line wearing a D&G black dress and talked about how the economy is affecting retail stores and the fashion industry. Earning an estimated $1.5 million annually for her television appearances, fashion line and product endorsements, Conrad still plans to stay in the fashion business for as long as possible. And with the amount of success and praise she has already achieved for her creative designs, it looks like she'll definitely be around for a while longer.